Hey guys, it's Hamster here, and today's video is going to be the pros and cons of owning a hamster. And I'm going to start off with the pros, and let's get started. So the first pro of owning a hamster is that they are very adorable and fun and playful. Obviously all hamsters are adorable and most of them are going to be playful. So that's like a huge pro. They're just so cute, and there's not really a hamster that isn't cute. Another pro is that they are very quiet during the day. If you are like at home with your hamster near and you're trying to like work, they're not going to be making like a lot of noise, and they're not going to be just distracting you from anything, and they'll just be like peacefully sleeping. Also, hamsters are a good first small pet. Unlike other small pets like rabbits, guinea pigs, mice, rats, and all of those other small animals, out of all of them, I think hamsters are the best for a small pet because they are quite calm and they're not as jittery as the other small pets, and they're also not as big. Another pro is that they do not require much work. They do require some work, but really not that hard to take care of a hamster. All you need to do is clean its cage out once in a while and feed it, give it fresh water every day, play with it, and yeah, it's pretty simple. I mean, it's just not that much work really. Also, hamsters do teach responsibility, and they're very fun to watch. So at night, it's really fun to watch them run around, and it's fun to play with them and just watch them. They also don't smell too bad. As long as you clean out their cage, I'd say once every week or 2 weeks. Okay, now moving on to the cons of owning a hamster. As most of you know, hamsters are nocturnal. So nocturnal means that they are only awake during the night and they sleep during the day. If you're like a busy person, you won't see them as much, or like you're sleeping. But they usually wake up at like 7 o'clock. Well, most hamsters do. My hamster likes to sleep a lot and he doesn't wake up until 9:30. So they are nocturnal, and you do need a lot of patience to like wait for them to wake up. Hamsters can be pretty expensive. The cost of a hamster doesn't seem like much because the hamster itself is very inexpensive, but you need to like keep supplying it with food, bedding, chew toys, and all that other stuff, and after a while it does build up. So it's not that inexpensive. It does cost quite a lot, so I would just keep that in mind. Hamsters are not really suitable for a young child. Young children are usually, they like to like squeeze things and like throw things around, and I just think you need like a lot more maturity to handle a hamster, and it doesn't really seem like that because they're such like a small pet, and it seems like it doesn't really matter, but they do require a lot of responsibility, and I just don't think they'd be suitable for a young child. But I think like the age range that rhymes, for a hamster would be like around 7 or 8 years old. So like 7 or 8 years old and up is fine, I guess. They need a lot of like subtleness and calmness, and I just don't think that a young child would be right for that. Another con is that some hamsters can be feisty. My hamster, for example, is not feisty at all. It really depends on the hamster's personality, but you have to check at the pet store because a lot of them can be really feisty. They can bite you, and you can't really change that sometimes, so I would just keep that in mind, that they can be kind of feisty sometimes. Another con is that their cage takes up like a lot of space, because for a hamster you need a really big cage. You need at least 360 square inches, and that takes up quite a lot of space. I have a big cage and it's 110 quarts, and which is over the minimum, and it takes up a lot of space in my room. So you just, like, before getting a hamster, I would just, like, check if you have space for their cage. Like, in the space that you're putting them, just make sure you have space to supply everything they need and their cage as well. The last con is that you have to be careful with what you give them. You have to do, like, a lot of research. If you're getting a new hamster, you have to do a lot of research and find out what things are bad for them and what you can feed them, what bedding you should use, etc. So there's a lot of things that you have to keep in mind to be careful with, just in case it's not very safe for the hamster. So yeah, guys, that is my video for today. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, remember to give it a thumbs up, and yeah, bye!